Hey all, I'm Apurva and welcome back to Videsified. This is the first vlog on our channel, and as you can see I am currently at the airport. So I'm traveling home to Mumbai, India after almost 1.5 years since I couldn't travel due to this entire COVID situation, and I try to visit my parents at least once a year. So this trip is super important and special for me. I had a lot of questions related to this travel as an international student, and I know this experience is different and new rules keep updating every now and then, and that's why it's very difficult to find correct up-to-date information at one place. So we thought that since I am traveling, why don't I take you guys along and explain the process as to what forms to fill or any tips that could help your travel, and just show you around and tell my experience of traveling internationally during this pandemic. So let's get right into it. But before that, please subscribe to our channel and also hit the bell icon so that you will be notified every time we upload a new video. So currently I am at the Dallas airport waiting for my connecting flight to London. Usually I used to take flights from Indianapolis, Paris and then to Mumbai, but that route is currently closed. So I flew with American Airlines from Indianapolis to Dallas, and I have a flight here with American Airlines from Dallas to London. And from London I'll take the British Airways flight to Mumbai. So there are only a certain routes allowed to operate right now in the so-called air bubble. That is, flights can operate and commute only to and from countries with which India has the air bubble arrangement. So I booked my flight around the third week of November for 15 December, and to my surprise the price was really cheap considering the Christmas time. So after I booked my flight for India, the next thing I did was to apply for an I-20 with the travel signature. Now this travel signature is required when you want to return to the United States on your student visa, and this signature is usually valid for a year. You can travel internationally and come back to the US in that period any number of times. So the usual procedure is that you just go to the international office at your university and drop your I-20 for the travel signature, and you will get it back signed within a couple of days. But because everything is online right now, you need to request the travel signature and they will mail it to your home address. So it takes a little longer than usual to get the document. So just make sure that you apply for this early, since I-20 is very important for you to return to the US. Also, if you cannot get it in time, then you can ask the international office at your college to courier it to your address in your home country. It cost me I think around $10 to get it delivered to my US address, but if you want it delivered to your home country, then it will be comparatively expensive. Now after you land at Mumbai airport, they require you to show them a negative COVID test report within the 48 hours, and if you are unable to do so, then they will ask you to pay some fees and do your test at the airport, which I believe won't be that convenient since you are traveling for so many hours and might already be tired, and the least you want to do is just wait in the line for more time. So I did my test back in the US, actually thrice. So for the 48-hour rule, I made an appointment with CVS for late evening on December 13th, as my flight is scheduled to land in the early morning of December 17th. CVS is only showing available dates up to 2 days in advance. That is, today it will only show the available slots for today, tomorrow and the day after. So you will have to book a couple of days earlier to the day you want your test, and morning would be a good time to get the slot you want. These tests are only drive-through tests and are a swab test. So they will provide you with clear instructions and you need to perform the test on yourself. So this is a complete no-touch kind of a test. That is, there won't be anyone to perform the test on you. They will just observe if you're doing the test correctly or not from a distance. So this is a very safe test. Now my university, that is Indiana University, is also doing something called as mitigation testing. So what they do is they randomly select students and faculty to do the COVID test just to check what's the COVID positive rate on the campus. So this one is like a mandatory test. I have been selected thrice in the past, and luckily I got selected again for December 11th and December 14th. That is just a day before my flight. And this test at the university is a saliva based test. So that's how I had to do 3 COVID tests, and I'm still waiting on my results from CVS. But I got both the results from my university, and thankfully I am negative, and so I could travel. Also, all of these tests were free of cost. Mitigation testing was by my university, so it was covered by them, and the CVS test is also covered under your health insurance. Now around 13th of December, I received 2 forms from British Airways to be filled and emailed to the respective British Airways destination email. So for me it was Mumbai. These 2 forms are the passenger declaration and passenger information forms. The first form basically asks you for all your details related to your travel and the address you will be in quarantine after you reach your destination, etc. The passenger declaration is basically you acknowledging that you are traveling during the COVID times and that you are aware of all the risks associated with it. So these were the 2 forms which I had to fill, scan and email to the respective destination, and I'm currently also carrying a hard copy of these forms with me. My flight from Indy Airport to Dallas was at 10 a.m. and I went a little early because I wanted to make sure that I have all the documents ready. That worked out in my favor because after reaching there, I came to know that because I am traveling to Mumbai via London, I have to also fill UK visas and immigration form called as Public Health Passenger Locator Form. It's an online form and it's basically for the UK government to track passengers in case of COVID. After that, I was also told to submit Air Suvidha form for Indian government online. And in that form, there is a section where it asks you your London to Mumbai flight seat number. Now, I didn't have that at that time, but after checking in at London Airport, I will get my seat number, and I'm supposed to fill that form before I land at Mumbai Airport. I have now reached the London airport and waiting for my final flight to Mumbai. My flight from Indy to Dallas was a domestic flight, so no refreshments were offered due to COVID. However, the last flight from Dallas to London pretty much offered everything. The flight was kind of full, but everyone is taking good precautions with constant sanitization and also keeping their masks on all the time. After landing to the London airport, I had to check in again to get my boarding pass for Mumbai, and here they verified the 2 forms, that is the passenger information and passenger declaration form, which I told you that I emailed it 24 hours before to the final destination. Verification of this took close to 20 minutes as they were trying to reach the Mumbai airport authorities and the phone was engaged the whole time. So after around 20 minutes, the phone got connected and I could finally get my boarding pass. I was also asked to fill the Air Suvidha form, which I talked about earlier at the check-in. All these rules and procedures are new, and it's very much understandable that it takes time for the airport staff and also the passengers to understand the whole process. So if you're traveling, then make sure you have good layover for your connecting flight. London airport is huge and it almost took me 30 minutes of walking to reach the gate, and with the mask on it's kind of exhausting to walk with all your carry-on, and so again make sure you have enough buffer time when you travel. So finally I am back at my house in Mumbai. The Mumbai airport has strict security with multiple checkpoints, and so it was kind of difficult for me to shoot there. In the flight from London to Mumbai, there weren't many passengers, and with constant mask and regular sanitization, the travel felt super safe. They gave everyone a self-reporting form, which is to be filled by all international passengers, and we had to present this at the health and immigration counter. So after the usual immigration, baggage and customs, they gave one more form to fill. This one was basically an undertaking of either an exemption or 14 days of self-quarantine, depending upon your COVID results. So you have to show your negative COVID report along with this form. If you don't have your COVID test report, then there is a separate line for the airport COVID testing. But because I had my COVID negative test results already, I directly went ahead and submitted this form. Over here, they had different counters based on your final destination, like Mumbai, Thane, other parts of Maharashtra, etc. And here they verify all the COVID related information and ask you to WhatsApp your COVID negative result to a phone number. They also take details of your cab and the driver, or if you want to book any cab on the spot, then they have that facility too. So yeah, after traveling for almost 22 hours, I can say that it was a little exhausting, especially with the continuous mask on the face. But because of the same mask, the travel felt super safe. And moreover, seeing my parents at the end just made it everything worthwhile. So that's all we have for today. Hope this video is helpful for anyone planning to travel internationally. Please like, share and subscribe to our channel. Until next time, take care. Bye bye.